Hello and welcome everyone, this is Dmitry. We are having another network programmability stream. It's part of the streaming marathon where I'm trying to, doing my best at least, streaming daily. So today is day 7 of this marathon. Our current project is we are building the huge lab with many routers to try testing performance of different network automation tools like Ansible, Nornir, and some other things. So, yeah, by the way, if you're watching this as a recording, there should be timecode below the video to jump between sections of the video. Tinker Z, hello as well. Thank you for coming. So, so there are no off topics today. We will just jump right into it. Well, actually, let me take that back. There's just one thing. Previous stream was very long. When I was looking through the recording, I realized it was 4 hours, 30 minutes. It's just insane. Yeah, you guys need to keep me in check with that. It's a little bit too much. And it's a little bit too much for me, and it's also a little bit too much for you as well, because realistically watching 4-hour recording is just insane. So probably we should keep it shorter. All right, let's just jump right into it. So with the state of the project, okay, so what we have done so far. So on previous stream, we were mostly trying to improve our lab. We already had a prototype and checking things out and all of that, blah, blah, blah. It all works. However, we hit some limitations. Specifically, switch allows only for 64 connections, and our design had more than 100. And another one, which we found last time, was the maximum number of IOL devices you can run on a single server is 512. And I made the decision that we will limit our topology to 500 devices instead of 1000. It's just not worth it. We are at 500, we are already at 80% on RAM. So probably it's not even worth to spin up a new VM and stuff like that. So yeah, we will limit ourselves with 500. I think it's also a decent number for this lab. So we did redesign of the network a couple of times. We updated our application to make it work with that. We also did a lot of refactoring of the application itself, because it was quite a mess, and honestly it still is. And yeah. So what we are, another thing is that I actually did some work off the stream, just a little bit, around probably 40 more minutes of work off the stream. This is the only segment so far which I have done off the stream. So let me quickly go through what I did, so you're up to speed as well. What I did is, I added this function called delete node, and I realized that this is very important function to, when we are doing these tests, we are, want to delete devices easily and add devices easily. So I added this asynchronous function, or asynchronous coroutine, right, here to delete node based on the node name or node ID. So this is what I did. I also went to the HTTPX project GitHub page, and I was trying to understand how connection limits are working. And if you remember from yesterday, if you were here yesterday, to limit number of simultaneous connections, we were using a primitive called semaphore. However, after reading some of the documentation and some help from the maintainer of the project, I realized that is not needed, so I don't need semaphore, because it's already used internally by HTTPX and connection pool. So I made this change as well, so we no longer have semaphores. We have we have this pull limit with timeouts. So here I have a new function called create HTTP client, and you can see that it has a soft limit of 10, and then it has maximum connections of, I think, of 20 or 15, and there are also long timeouts for the pull. So yeah, there was some like trial and error. It was not really interesting to do on the stream, so I decided to do it off the stream to check some things out. I also moved some of the routers on the topology, some of the switches, sorry, on the topology, to like have proper spacing between them and stuff like that. However, what we are is that it's still not working 100%. So apparently, and I didn't have time to troubleshoot it a lot. I have a problem here, and let me show this to you. I have a problem here, which I'm not sure why it's happening, but when I'm adding routers, I see that there is router 1, router 2, and then router 21. This is super weird to me. Like, I have no idea why it's happening. Yeah, so I don't know yet why it's happening, so you will have to figure that out. Let me actually, you know what, let me delete these routers. And probably what it would worst to do to create a function which will find all of the routers connected to the switch and delete them. I think that would be a good idea to do. We can actually start doing that function, which will delete all of the devices connected to a switch. And then, yeah, we'll have to figure out why it's happening. So this is what we will start doing. Hopefully it will not take long, but I don't really know why it's happening so far. Another thing which should be also easy is we will need to connect via telnet to every single device to generate crypto key to be able to have SSH access. And after that, this is where we will start with Ansible. So I'm quite positive we will get some progress today, and we will sort it. There is comment in chat. I think it's ordering routers by string, not by integer. Yes, I can see that, but I'm not sure why it's happening though. So remember that yesterday I was actually using the GUI. Yes, I was using the client, but I opened this issue on the GNS3 GitHub page, which is not here. Hold on, I think it's in the GUI. So I went here and I opened an issue about GUI stability, because you remember we had crashes and stuff like that, right? And so there was a comment from the maintainer, from Jeremy, saying that the GUI is like quite old, and you know, it's just kind of like has a lot of issues, and like to make it work you really need to rewrite it from scratch, and their current focus is web UI. So what I decided to do is not to open that GUI at all, because it's really on like 500 devices it crashes every so often. However, if you were on the stream yesterday, when I was having GUI, and when I was creating routers from the template in the GUI, they did not have that problem. They did not have, like, instead of router 3, they didn't have router 21. Well, sorry, yeah, we didn't have that problem, and this boggles my mind, mainly because in both cases, like, I am not adding devices manually, right? Like, I am adding via API. So that's why, like, I'm kind of lost, I guess. So you'll have to go through it. Maybe it's some kind of timing issue that, like, when I'm, because not only is this problem, right? Let me show this to you. If you look on the logs here, there is here a log saying node R21 has been renamed to router 3, right? But then this node is never renamed. So that's what, like, I don't understand. So we'll have to figure this out. So at this point, like, I have no idea. So this is what we will start with. Then we will do telnet, and then we'll do Ansible. So I'm thinking of like opening Postman here and querying the API for nodes and trying to like see what is happening. Okay, so there is router 21. Yes. Is there router 3? There isn't router 3. Which is just, I don't understand this. Okay, so let me think what we can do here. How about another thing that I did is, remember we had main py in the, like, here. I created a new folder called scripts, where there are a couple of scripts and they are separated. So we have a separate script to build topology, separate script to delete nodes, and separate script to start nodes. So here's what I want to test. Let me start another script, and I will just call it test, I guess. SPY. And what I want to do here is I want to rename the node. Okay, first we will have to retrieve. So let's say I want to rename router 21. Yes. So router 21 is supposed to be router 3. So we say router 21 is equal to GNS3 project name to node. And you know what? Let me do it this way. Let me actually create a function here in the GNS3 project. I guess I will move this to the right, and I will keep this on the left. So let's create a function. We will call it getNode. So getNode, and then we'll say self and node name, yes, and it should be string, and it will return optional GNS3 node. So, and the only thing that we are going to do here would be name to node get node name. Okay, and here I can say now get node R21, yes. And here we will say rename and move router R21, and it needs a host name. So host name will be R3, and it also needs coordinates. And damn, how do I even do this? I think I need this as well. Ouch. I need this constants. So and router num and device. So from up device import device. All right. So device GNS3 project. Okay, and here we need to calculate coordinates. Yes. So coordinates. Well, actually, I don't need coordinates. No, I still need them. I'm sorry. I will still need them. So router 21 will have an index in the devices 20 because it's zero-based index, and then we have calculate coordinates. This is going to be coordinates. We will return a vector, and then we will provide these coordinates here. We'll say R21 coordinate. Oh, I'm sorry, this is stupid. Of course, should be router 3, yes. So the router 3 will, yeah. Router 3 coordinates, yeah. So this is device number 2 with zero-based index. We calculate coordinates. Do we even accept? Oh, goddamn! We will need a switch as well. We'll need switch as well. Okay, we actually don't need to replace it, so we don't need to replace Sam. So what if we say we can import vector? Is it here? Yeah, vector is here. So we will need to import that first. So from app device import vector, and these coordinates will be R21 vector x is equal to R21 x and y is equal to R21y. So we'll just keep the coordinates of this router, yeah. And then we will move this router, rename and move it, R21 and R3, yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm very curious if this even works. What are you making? So yeah, we are building a Python application which interfaces with GNS3 to manage the lab right now. So if I say scripts test py, I did not save this. Okay, we say node R21 has been renamed to router. Say yes. What if I pull this again? Do I have router 3? And I don't. You see this? This is stupid. This is weird, guys. So you see that the nodes, yes, it responds again to us with R21, even though we clearly had that it was renamed. Let me quickly consult the function that we wrote for renaming. Blah blah blah, hostname, yes, yes. Node ID, yes. Okay, if there is an error, we will show it. Otherwise, node blah 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 has been renamed. Seems like it's problem with API, guys. I mean, right? Like, this is just weird. What if I copy this and we'll try creating the request manually here. So we will do put, we need headers, content type, application JSON. And I need this node ID as well. Where is this node ID? Okay, we need to, hold on, let me check this via their API, NS server API docs. Yeah, it seems like documentation here is quite incorrect. Okay, now we have 200, okay. But look at this. Yeah? Like, it returns to us, oh, I'm still router 21. What the hell, right? Like, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. I'm curious what will happen if I do it here. And you know what? We will also use network tool, just, you know, make sure that we capture what is happening. So if I say configure, yes, and I say 3, and I apply, well, let's just do something else, like 1000. What do you even mean? And this worked. What the hell? Oh, did it work though? It actually didn't work. So it, yeah, that's funny. That's so funny. So this was changed on GUI side. No, this actually worked. Do you guys understand what is going on? Because like I have no clue here. So like this worked, right? What if I say that this should be now this API works. Totally lost right now. Yeah, I'm the same way. Let's try this. Now this works. Excuse me? Let me do this thing. And also in the logs, we can actually let me add one more thing here. So we'll say not old node name is equal to node name. Then we load the node. Should be let's also add here expected. So node has been renamed to expected Okay, so this will be old node name. This is going to be new node name, yes, and then the host name. And now this node is called WTF. I'm curious if now it will rename it to router 3. Hello, Kimich, how are you doing? Okay, so now this node is WTF. This is broken. WTF has been renamed to router 21. Expected router 3. What? I am doing well, but some of this stuff is killing me. Like, when I see something like this, like, I can see, like, it's sucking my soul, and I'm all dying inside. Like, look at this. Node WTF has been renamed to router 21, but expected router 3. What? What? Okay. Wow. Okay, I have an idea. Like every properly designed system, right? Properly developed system. Let's try the ultimate troubleshooting tool. Is it picking the name label from somewhere else in JSON? Another property maybe. It doesn't seem that way. So what I think it happens, and I need to skip this. What I think happens, remember I told you that when I am adding devices from the template, this should be router 3. Why it's forbidden? So for some reason, it gets the name R21, but it should have name router 3 because we tested it yesterday in the GUI, not in the web GUI, right? And it seems like that name, like, is somewhere, like, I don't know, like, how it is exactly stored in the on the backend, but it seems like it's being like cached somewhere, right? Or somewhere in memory. And then you can't anymore rename to router 3. I don't know, guys. It's just freaking weird. So I did the ultimate troubleshooting here. Let me do this one more time. So let's actually do it from the GUI. Yes. Hell is this? Okay, you see, ultimate troubleshooting tool of shutting something down and then turning it on again works. This is weird AF. Alright, cool. So this works. Honestly, at some point I was thinking that I am going insane. And like, I was like, but I can't be that bad. Like, I actually know things like, you know, it's either something super stupid or it's problem in some other place. Another thing that may happen, like, you know, since yesterday I did not reboot anything, and you know, we were testing a lot of things, right? We were like adding hundreds of devices. So I don't know what happened on the back end, but this was weird. At least it works now. So let's do quickly this. I want to quickly create a function which will delete all of the devices which are connected to the switches, which are routers. Yeah, except of core. So every device that starts with R, we will... Actually, you know what? Let's delete everything that is on not on port 00. Yes. So how do we do this? Let me think. So we have this delete nodes. I will change it to delete routers. And then here we'll have to think this through how we are going to do it. Okay, GNS3 project, await fetch from ID. Okay, so GNS3 project should have links. So we'll go for link in GNS3 project links. Yes. We have to find let me go here. GNS3 link. I want to say, so we'll have property which is called first port, and this will return GNS3 port, and then this will be self ports 0. I can actually say sorted. Actually, no, whatever. So this, and then second port self. The reason why I do this is that I don't like these magic indexes in your code. So like I want to kind of like abstract it in a place. Because what we will need to do is the following. We will have to go through every link and check if first or second port contains one of the switches. Yes. Where is this function? Delete routers. Okay, actually we'll do the following. Switches IDs. Yes, we'll go through for node in GNS3 project nodes. If node starts with, if node name starts with switch, and this is going to be node ID. So we'll say, give me a list of all switches IDs. Yes, and then we will go through every link, and we will say if link first port node ID, yes. We can actually do this as a set. Yeah, this will be a set. If this node ID in switches IDs, let's do switch IDs, or link second port node ID in switch IDs. Yes. So then we will have to and so if this or that, and damn, this is not good. We'll have to do it separately. If link first port node ID in switches, yes, and link first port adapter number is 0 and link first port number is not actually, yeah. So if link first port node ID in switch IDs and link first port number is not 0, so it's not port 00, yes, then we will want to say that node ID is equal to link second port node ID. So what we are saying is that if this is a switch and the link is not on the port 0, yes, then we will want to delete that node. Well, I can actually just do it here. What's the problem? Await GNS3 project, delete node, and then I'm saying node ID is equal to node ID, yes. And then we'll have to repeat it. Elif, pretty much the same thing, but for the second port. Yes, port num, yes, exactly the same thing. Then node ID is equal to a link first port node ID, and then we will have to delete that as well. Cool. So this should allow us to delete every connection unless I made a mistake somewhere. Why we are having so many problems here? Okay, this is assigned but never used. Cool. Life too long. Line is too long. Okay. Delete routers. Too many blank lines. Where do you see blank lines? Here. Yeah. So here. What else? App device imported but unused. Okay. Start router num imported but unused. Then line is too long. Which one? This one, yeah. And then we can use black, and then this is fixed. All right. So this should allow us to delete all of these things. And then this test PO, I don't care about it. Let's go. Here. All right. So this is going to be delete nodes, yes? Okay, this looks good to me. We go here, yes, and then there are no more routers here connected to the switch. Amazing. It's such a nice feeling when you write the program and it works on the first attempt. It's very weird feeling though, very weird. Right, cool. So this works. Let's now create our topology. I will run the same. I'm curious what this does. Close project. Let me check their API reference. Interesting. So yeah, it seems like you actually need to open the project first. Okay. When I click on this, I think this is what like loads the project. Cool. I'm thinking of doing this. Yeah. I actually think I can limit Y a little bit more. Height. Where is this? Here. This will not be enough. Okay, let's leave it like this. Okay, cool. So let's, I have this script. Another thing that I found is that, remember I was trying to do it like open many connections at the same time and do it. I figure out it's their backend like can't support like that many connections. It's actually better if I add routers just one by one in a for loop. So what I'm doing here is that I have this add routers function, and you see I redid it. Instead of doing it with asyncio create tasks blah blah blah, I just do for loop and then I wait. So like I do one by one. Right, let's go run this. Build topology. Oh no. I need more space. No. Oh, ouch. No, my script crashed. No. Oh no, I'm actually good. It's funny how this redraw on such a scale works really bad. Hello, would you like to be redrawn? Hmm? Okay. I really hope that I will do it now. I will change the like height and width, and then this will be all, and like I will not need to, you know, redo this all the time, because I really need this topology built only once, right, for the whole thing. Now another interesting piece is going to be starting all of them. Like, I am curious if my computer can handle starting 500 of them at the same time. I'm very curious. Electro 4, thank you for following. No, my script. No, come on. Come on. Oh no, it's okay. I honestly thought it crashed again, but it didn't. But you can see that GUI died. GUI died here completely. If I were you, I would not try. I like to live dangerously, I guess. It's nice that you can see that the browser is like... Browser is not happy here. Absolutely not. We will actually close it tab. Finish adding 500 nodes to the topology, huh? Hello. Very nice. Let me edit the... Let's do 5, and here we'll do 4500. Nice. LOL, guys. LOL. Curious if I can... Oh, I can't connect to them because I haven't started them yet. Okay. Interesting. Can this lab please open? Kindly. Okay, let's just wait. We can start working on our crypto key generator essay thingy. But hey, I still want to, you know, make sure that the topology at least can be loaded. Okay. Yeah, I think this will time out. No? Utilization should be fine, but I can do it if you want. Oh, not this one, yeah. Oh, kind of okay. 95% on the CPU. Okay, that was good. It's really interesting to see how different systems behave on such a scale. My project was not updated from the height perspective. Or at least there is like space between all of them. I just need from left to right a little bit more space. These nodes size is to max of JSON. Very cool. I hope this works. But this can time out again. Just worked. Okay. Cool. So if I oh. Actually could move this switch a little bit closer. Isn't this beautiful? All right, folks, this is a moment of truth. This is a point where I murder my CPU. Okay, you're ready? Okay, let's go. Oh, where is this? Yeah, I have to redo something. Hold on. So this will be start topology, yes. So here, and then I need to, I had start nodes, but I need to do just start topology. And then, yeah, here, and then start topology. I just need a project, and I say await on GNS3 project start. Yeah, I think this is all. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Without network, the world is nothing. Agree. Let's go. You want to start at the same time. I want to start at the same time. Even though like it's completely stupid, but yeah. I'm actually curious if this did work. So yeah, it worked partially. Maybe it's not partially. I see that some of the nodes were started. But my read timeout is too small. I need bigger timeouts here. Well, to be fair, I can just do it with Postman. But that would be kind of lame, right? Yeah, let's do like really big timeouts. I'm not looking in the, yeah, here, this one. It's actually very interesting that this API call is blocking. So they have this API call where you can start all nodes, and then it's blocking, and like it just, you know, hangs until it completes. I can see some progress here. It's very slow. Yeah, probably it was not the brightest idea, guys. This will time out as well, by the way. Needs more CPU. Yeah. How much did I give to this VM? There is a problem though. I would give a little bit more. I think yeah. So I would give a little bit more, but they have like, I can't select 5 here. Like, I think I could do it in a VMAX file, but like, why I can't select it in the GUI? Because I would give, I think like it gives you 2, 4, and then 8 here. But I want to give 6, I think. 6 and, yes, 6 and here 2, so it's total 12. It just doesn't allow me to do that. I mean, we are making some progress, but I think this will time out again. Oh no, it actually, all nodes have been started. Yeah, I think GUI is like still updating. Yeah, you can see actually that the memory, CPU and memory right now is more or less fine. 40 gigs of memory consumed, so we still have 12 gigs unused. Total CPU, I don't understand how to read like total CPU usage, so I'm sorry for that. Okay, so how do we test this? We can just go to our server, yes, and we should be able to telnet. So let's say to telnet 10.5, let's say 149. Oh wow, this actually did not work. Wow, okay. htop. Should it be installed? Thank you, Muffin. Let me try this. This is sad. Yeah. Okay, guys, I should not have started this lab. That was stupid. Okay, is there a way... And this GUI is not responsive as well. What if we say we'll send these nodes? Oh, it actually returned very fast. Let's do R49, yes. Console port is 50. Yes, this browser is not responsive at all. So if we say telnet GNS3 VM, I mean, this worked. It has IP address. Show up the route. It doesn't have a route. Why don't you have a route? Oh! Right. God damn it. We had this problem yesterday and I completely forgot to take care of this. God damn it. No. No, this is correct. I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be. I should not be able to specify port here. Because this should be actually network connect like to management port, not to console port. But I know what the problem is. I forgot the default route to put it in proper place. This is RIP, guys. This is RIP. So 254, yes. So the way IOL config works is you must put it in the proper place for it to work. So like if you mix a config, then it will not work. So I had this thing, yes? I think this is actually incorrect. I need to put it in proper position. I think so. Let me also add this. It should not, it doesn't matter if it's like exactly the same, but I know that some of these should be in proper order. And also another piece for those of you who don't know, again, if you're using IOL, you must have all of your interfaces defined, even if you're using only one. So like if you have 8 interfaces, you must have all of them in startup config. Otherwise, this, your, I think, interfaces will be shut down or something like this. Okay, this is good. You know what we will do? We will have this test thing, yes, and then we will do it for only one router. So this is GUI. Oh, this seems to be responsive already. So I will stop this, yes. And now I should be able to replace the config of router 1. Okay, how do I do it? I will say router 1 is GNS3 project get node router 1, yes. And then we will say, ouch, I will need the template thing. And I will need template is equal to ginja env template. What was the function? Get template, yes, get template. And of course I will need router config template. And then await GNS3 project update node config, and it takes R1 and config. Oh, and I will need to do config for it. What? God damn it. Okay, template r1 config, and then this will be r1 config. Yes, yeah, I think this is enough, except of the yeah, there is a bunch of things I need to import, and then I also need constants. Yes. Right, cool. Yes. Okay, so let's quickly glance through this. Imported by unused. I don't care. How do you hold on? I need one thing. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of disabling flag for, but it's just not worth it. And it also may point to proper things like you have something that was not imported, for example. So it's just good to keep it. So let's glance through this. Jinja-env, we're creating our devices based on our information. We load the project, we get the template, we get the node, we render the template with the device, which is device 0. You know what, guys? This is annoying. Here's what I'm going to do. Instead of having this list, I will just have a proper thing. And then and one more change. Hold on. Devices. We also have property name as well, and it's going to be the same as the host name. Actually, no, we will say this, and then here we can say self name. Cool. So here we'll say devices, name to device, yes, and we'll say devices, device name is equal to device. Okay, and here we'll have to say that this is a dictionary of str device. And I need to import typing, from typing import dictionary. Yeah, this is so much better. Like, I hate these magic indexes, it's just ugly. And here we can say name to device is equal to R1. This is so much better. So, okay, we have that devices thing, we have GNS3 project, we have a template, we get the node object, we create the config for R1, and we say update node config R1 and then config. Okay, so this should work. What does it say here? Oh, name to device, yeah. This will be helpful. Cool. So yeah, import by unused, I don't care about that. Now we can run the script, which will say poetry run python scripts test py. So what this needs to do is it needs to replace the startup config. Another one, config was updated, yes. So we will go to our topology here. We will It's interesting that it doesn't have this edit config thing, but whatever, we'll start this. It's 5013. Okay, so if we did everything correctly, which I did, you see now this static route appears. So it was yeah, a problem of this thing. So yeah, apparently it's all good. So what do we do now? We say we repeat this process. But there is one additional piece I would like to do. For this device thing, I want to add a static method called, it actually can be class method, device create devices, yes, create devices, and this is going to be accept CLS and pretty much it, and this will return dictionary of str2 device. I just want to refactor this, and then we'll go to this test py, yes, and we will get this thingy. And we will say copy for constants, and then yeah, I guess I'll just need to import this here. So we will say start router num and router num. Okay, blah blah blah, name to device, and then we return this name to device. And then in my test py, we'll say name to device is equal to device create devices. To be fair, ideally what I should do is actually create a separate class which will contain this name to device, and I'm actually now thinking that I should actually do it properly for everyone's benefit. yeah, like at some point you think I have this problem of always refactoring stuff, unfortunately. Let me think if this is enough. Let me also stop this. Yeah, I think this is decent. Oh, ouch. Undefined name dict, yes. Okay. Yeah, so if and now this is different. This will be from lab, app lab, import lab, yes. And this lab is going to be just lab create. To be honest, this GNS3 project should be like part of this lab, but at this point, like, I just don't want to bother. And then here will be lab get device router 1. Actually, this is a good idea we build it this way. You know why? Because now we can add functions here to, let's say, create inventory for Ansible or something. So this actually makes a lot of sense to me right now. Even though it started like as a stupid refactoring. Yeah, at some point I will probably need to move this GNS3 project there. I can even say that yeah, we will also do it this way. So what this allows you to do is that you see we have in our entry point a bunch of imports, and when you start doing it this way, you may get rid of some of these imports. So they will be just somewhere inside of your app, but not at the entry point. Yeah, I think now it's so much better. I wouldn't call it so much better, but I don't need these imports in any of these places anymore. There are some unused imports, I just don't care right now about them. For example, this, right? We don't need this. I can just say lab get template and then that. what? Okay, there are still this. Yeah. All right. So okay, lab create GNS3 project. We load template. We get the node. We update the config. We need to do exactly the same thing, but for all the devices. Yes, we will go here and we will add another property which will say devices, and this will be values view. So values view is part of the dictionary representation in Python. Values view of device, and this is going to be self name to device values. Cool. So now I can iterate through devices. So we will say for device in lab devices, we will say that the node is equal, GNS3 node is equal to GNS3 project get node device.name, and then node CFG is equal to template render where device is equal to device, and then we will await on updating the config for GNS3 node and node CFG. Cool. So yeah, this should update all of the configs. We can actually go ahead and let me copy paste this, and I will rename the script to update configs. Yes. And let's go ahead and what is even this? Kill terminal. Okay. And we'll say update CFG. Type device doesn't have something. What do you even mean? Oh, I didn't save it, of course. Lab doesn't have it now. Oh, ouch. Okay. So, okay, I'm thinking of starting devices, but I don't want to do it the same way. So how do we do this? I mean, this should be done with semaphore, this particular piece. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I do this? Why this even works? Okay. So I'm thinking of starting some of these devices manually. Oh, there are not many, to be honest. Or okay, if there is a timeout, we will say async IOs. We have to wait async IOs sleep timeout. Okay, and we will need a new function called syncdef grouped start or something, or like staggered start. I don't know how to call it. Non Okay, this is where we will need semaphore. Semaphore is equal to async IO bounded semaphore. And how big our groups are going to be? I think think of groups like 50-ish. No, even 50 is quite a lot. We'll say this. I think I abandoned semaphore at 25. Then this start we will rework slightly. We'll say this one is underscore start. In here we can say we will need semaphore here. We need semaphore. Semaphore is async IO semaphore. And optional is none. Okay, and this function is different. So we'll say if semaphore, we'll say async with semaphore, and then we'll await on self start timeout is equal to timeout. Oh, god damn! No, this is stupid. This is stupid. mean, this function doesn't need timeout, so this is stupid. This should be start node, of course. Yeah, here. So this one should have timeout, which is optional float, and then by default it's going to be none. And then node start, response, and then here, if there is this timeout, we will asyncio sleep timeout. I'm now thinking that it would be better to have a decorator which does this. Yeah, I think we could do a decorator here. Though I kind of like keep forgetting how they are exactly done. So let me open utils. I think this is actually a perfect use case for decorator. So we'll have a function which will say we can add a timeout, and we need to do we'll call it with semaphore. And this should be Python async decorator. Can it be async? Okay. So what I'm trying to do, for those of you who have trouble following me right now, so with this semaphore concept, you can limit the number of simultaneous tasks. Okay, so the way I want to do it is the following. We will add here for this coroutine start node a timeout, and now that I'm thinking, we will add it here as well. So we add the timeout. Let's say we want to sleep for 20 seconds, yes? And then we say, and then like every task after starting will wait for 20 seconds. And then using semaphore, you can limit how many of these simultaneously you can do. And now that I'm thinking is that we may reuse this concept in many places. That's why I'm trying to build it as a decorator, so I can reuse it. But I'm actually not very good with decorators, just so you know. with semaphore timeout none. Functools wrap async def wrapped args. Another thing is num tasks should be int. Yes. And then we do the following: if num tasks, yes, and by default this we will set it to 0. If num tasks we will do a sync with to semaphore is equal to async IO bounded. Sorry guys, I am not very good with decorators, unfortunately. But I am confident we will make it work. Okay. So here I say semaphore is number of tasks. Async with semaphore. Yes. We will do a result. And then if timeout, then we will do await async IO sleep timeout. And then we will return result. Alternatively, we will just say result is await func args, and then we will return result. So if we have this number of tasks with semaphore, then this, otherwise that. Okay, so what do we do next? We can use this decorator a couple of ways. We can just put it under the start node. Which actually we can do. We need to use it differently. Where is this start topology thing? No. Okay, we have this, I will call it staggered start. Staggered. Did I spell this word correctly? Yeah. Okay, staggered start. We don't need this semaphore, but there is going to be something interesting here. we will say that start node with semaphore is equal to utils with semaphore. Num tasks is 25, and then timeout is going to be 20 seconds, or even 20. Let's do 20. We'll also can say random timeout bool, and by default it's going to be false. And then here I can say if random timeout, then timeout value is equal to random rand int. Else timeout value is equal to timeout. Okay, and let's say random timeout true. So this will allow us to do a random timeout between 1 second, and we can even say 30 then. 30. So start node with semaphore, yes, and then we will provide the function which is self start node. So you wrap it this way. Cool. So now we will do the following for every node. Yes, for node in self node in self nodes. Yes. If node I can say property def is started, self boolean, we'll say return self status is node status started. Status started. Cool. So then here in the project, I will say for every node, if not node is started, then we will say self await. We'll have to create task, and then we'll say await. No, task is equal to asyncio. Create task await start node with semaphore node I will be happy if this works, because I can reuse this pattern in a lot of my stuff. So if not node is started, then we will create a task. We will say start node is sema node. We will add this task to the list of tasks, and then we will have to await on asyncio gather tasks. This was not as easy as I thought it would be. And then we can this, and then we don't have any problems, and then we can start topology. And here I will say we have this function, and then we will have staggered start. Okay, cool. I'm not sure this will work, to be honest, but I would like it to work. Okay, module apputils has no attribute with semaphore. It doesn't because I did not save it. A random is not defined. From here, import random. Missing additional parameter. Need. I didn't know about this random uniform function. Is this something newer? All right, let's try this one more time. This is not working as it should, to be honest. Do you guys see the problem? Because I don't. This one is interesting. So Node Core 2 has been started. Going to complete staggered start. I mean, I don't think this is an issue, but okay, we are saying if there are a number of tasks, yes, we will go here. We'll say bounded semaphore, and then we will retrieve a semaphore. Oh boy. This is totally wrong. Jesus Christ, I'm a moron. Yeah. Yeah, this is incorrect, of course. You can't create semaphore there. You can create it only outside. Yes. Semaphore is asyncio semaphore 25. And then here I say semaphore is equal to semaphore. And here we'll say if there is a semaphore, well, it should be, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I would even go as far as I say like this. Okay, so we provide a semaphore. We say async with semaphore. We will execute our function. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is, yeah, this was a problem. Return await. Oh, no, it's actually fine, because this is a coroutine. We'll return it here, and then we have a wrapper. So we'll return coroutine. Yeah, okay, this is good. So we will wait, we will execute function, and if there is a timeout, if the timeout should be random, we await on this timeout, and then we return result, and then we return wrapped and return wrapper. And then this should be a coroutine on which we will await. Yeah, this looks much better to me now, though I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it seems, yeah, now I have suspicion that we will not have Ansible today. At least we can like build an inventory or something. I should rename my strip, to be honest. Oh, I am a moron. I am a moron. I can't await here. When you create task, you can't await. God damn it. Why am I so stupid? Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted to see. So the way this works is actually very interesting. So, and I am totally reusing this function from now on, because this is, I have a lot of use cases for this. So now we have a groups of 25. Okay, we can like keep starting them only like 25 at the given time. But this start process, what I did, I added a timeout. So we start and then we wait from 0 to 30 seconds. So you send the request to start and then you wait from 0 to 30 seconds. And this is like one task. And then you can have up to 25 tasks. And they like, if there are more, they will be waiting for like a new token to be released. That's why they're starting kind of like weird a little bit, but I really like this concept, though it took us some time, you know, to get it working. Also, while we are doing this is when we can start testing our telnet, right? Which doesn't work. God damn it. I am confused. Oh, I know what this is. God damn it. Let's stop this. You have to stop topology then update configs, and then start them. Meanwhile, I can also go and do telnet. So there was this telnet lib3. Okay, now we update configs. And now we start the devices. Meanwhile, we can play with telnet lib3. Okay, so our next script is going to be configure crypto key, generate crypto key. Okay, we have this lab create, yes. We will need to telnet to that with a set of credentials. We can add credentials here. We can say, well, I can put it in constants, who cares? It's not really a secret if it's Cisco, so who cares? So device username is Cisco, and device password is Cisco. Okay, now I actually have a route, so I should be able to telnet, which I can. So I should expect for username and password prompt, and then I will get access to the device. And then does this work? No. Or maybe it does. I'll have to do it one by one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we did that. How is we're still starting nodes. It's very interesting how they are. This is much better, right? Because we can see that like only around 10 at the time like consume CPU. This is nice. Okay, cool. We need to connect via telnet to everywhere. This is so old. Holy shit. Three years ago. Cool. Or maybe, guys, I should not try being that fancy and just use a netmiko in telnet mod and just whatever. You know what? Let's do that. I am so lazy right now. So there is netmiko, right? No. Okay, Cisco has telnet. Yeah, let's just do netmiko. I'm lazy. Oh, all nodes have been started. Cool. So we'll need to do threading, but I need to be careful because SSH is kinda weird. Like probably 200 threads or 150 or something. Okay, this will be usual function. Lab create. We don't need GNS3 project anymore. We just need lab create. Yes, and then from concurrent features, yes, from concurrent features, import thread pool executor. We'll say pool is equal to thread pool executor max workers is equal to 150. And then is it pool map? I keep forgetting. Thread pool executor examples. Oh, you just submit. No, it's not submit. It should be map. Yeah, it should be map. Function intervals timeout. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we need to form generate crypto key, and this will accept device. Yes, yes. And here we'll need device username, device password. So a generate crypto key device, this is going to be from app device inquiry device, generate crypto key. So generate crypto key device, and then CFG is equal to crypto key generate RSI modules 2048, and then \n and \n WR. Okay, and then we will say this connect handler. This is, I hate when I can look up the parameters. This is killing me. Moved. Can you please, Google, can you please take me to the docs? Thank you. I mean, this is API reference. Where is the... Okay, device type, host, username, password, yes. So, host is device management interface IP. Yes. Or no. Yes. Crypto, generate crypto keys. Okay, then username. Okay, another thing is okay, and then we'll say well, I may need to like create a file, or I can just do log, I guess. Just open some do logger info. Yeah, I think I can do like logger info, I guess. So output is going to be con send config. This is so sad that it doesn't give me any suggestions. Just so sad. No definition found. God damn it. Then logger info output, I think I can do. I just need to be careful, like do it not for all devices, do it like for 10 to see that it works. So we will create config params, open connection, we find prompt. Here is another thing that we need to do. Interesting. All right, we don't need from then. So output send config set and then logger info output. Yeah, and this is pretty much it. So then we will have to select devices that we want to work on. So devices will be lab. I can just say for E in range 10, and then oh wait, for I in range 10, next cell devices, I guess. Will this work? Actually, this will not work. This will work this way. Not self lab devices. Am I making even any sense? Yeah. So we will go through this thing and we will get 10 devices. Next iter lab device for E in range 10, and then we will do pull map. We need to call a function which is going to be generate crypto key. I forgot Python here map. For this example, function iterables. Give me examples. Can you just give me examples, please? Come on, where are examples? Give me examples. I don't want to look in my code. You don't use Paramiko, use expect. I'm not using Paramiko, I'm using netmiko. Oh yes, and I need this statement, of course. Range, demo 3. Jesus Christ. Think. Oh, no, we are actually fine. Except of this. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so maybe this will work. Let's run this. Poetry, run Python. Scripts generate crypto keys. Interesting. I mean, oh, wait, hold on. Um, Let's do this one more time. And the command over list. Sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. You don't have to do that. Even though it's in the docs, Kirk Byers said to me that it's not needed. Backslash n. Oh, yeah, of course, this will definitely not work like this. You don't need list. You can just send a big string. But I think what I can do though, I should not use config set here. Well, let's just do it like this, and then this will be send command, and we actually will do prompt, and it's so sad that it doesn't recognize this. That I don't get any suggestions from the, from the IDE. Okay, expect string, yes. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't think I need this logger. I would even do it one more enter here. Alright, and then we will do it for all devices. The problem though is that, yeah, like with this way, well, I can say, let's check if yeah, I think I would want to check if SSH is working after this. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I don't want to parse it on my own, to be honest. God damn. There is no show IP SSH here. Is there something else that can help me? Show crypto maybe? Show like crypto. No, it's also not here. Alright then. I can just look for this string in the output. Like be complete. So we will say then show IP SSH output. We'll say output. We'll say con send command show IP SSH expect string prompt. Yes, and then we'll say if not in show IP SSH output, then we will log this logger error device router. Let's do router does not have SSH version 2 enabled, and this is going to be device name. Okay. think this is decent, and I don't need this output, so I can just do it like this. Okay, there are still some problems here. Imported but unused. Expected 2 blank lines. Imported but unused. I don't care about that. Okay, we will do it again for let's do it for 25 now. Yes, and we will say nice. Okay, so what this means is I should be able to connect to any device from 1 to 150. Yes. Oh no, sorry, from 1 to 25 from my server by SSH. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's say 10, 15, well, 1, 24. Right. Here we go. Gotta go. Sure. Thanks for joining, Butterface. I don't get this. Think you should check the output. Let's do the following. I hate that I can't get auto-completion. It just drives me nuts. I think there was also a function to save the config. Well, to be fair, I can just say, I just move this here, and then I will say send command It does save. The right mem was there before. Ah, shit. But the fact that there are only 5 what the hell? Why is there only 5? Is here is clear that it should be 25. And also it's so slow. Interesting. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, I see now what the problem is. Never mind, we will just run this. Yeah, I was an idiot. Let's go. Meanwhile, I can check. Oh, we are almost at 3 hours, so probably doesn't even make sense to start Ansible today. Let's also look at the time. So I ran it. I would say at around like 45 second-ish. Oh no, hold on. Where? 3. I would like around like 15 seconds earlier, yes. So like 21:43. Let's do 21:43:45. Okay, cool. I will check the Ansible inventory, but we will not start building it today. It doesn't make sense. We will continue tomorrow. At least our topology is allegedly working. Okay, we will need this. We can also start defining tests that we want. Ansible test. Okay, so I want to do let me check Ansible strategy forks. Okay, so I guess I will need strategy 3. Okay, Ansible test. Let's do strategy linear. Strategy 3, yes. 3. Play with number of forks. I'm thinking like around 8, since I have 8 threads. What is throttle? Most common is serial, which sets a number, percentage, or list of numbers of hosts you want to manage at a time. Setting serial with any strategy directs Ansible to batch hosts, completing the play on specified number before starting the next batch. This is useful for rolling updates. I kind of don't get it, but whatever. We do need number of forks. What else do we need? Another test that I want to have is no data, and well, let's do some data and a lot of data. So what I mean by data is some host vars. Let's do some host vars and a lot of host vars, like 1 megabyte or something. Maybe not 1 megabyte, it's a little bit extreme, but maybe like 50 kilobyte of data. Yeah, so like there is a YAML file for every host which is 50 kilobyte. What else do you want to test? So strategy linear, strategy 3, number of forks, some host variables, a lot of host variables. Another thing is that understand how we will measure time. Is Linux time enough? Right, it's still working. Seems like some device is stuck. Curious why it's stuck. Yeah, it's just freaking stuck. That's so sad. Oh, it finished. Okay, so it finished at 9:51. Yes, so it took what? It's 4. Like 6 minutes, yes? 6:20 or something. That's a long time, to be honest. Okay, I think we will want to do one more test, and that is connecting my SSH, yes? And then we will wrap up for today. So, check SSH connectivity. So we will remove all of this. Let's also try bigger number of threads. I'm actually curious to try this and smaller. Right, so we will need to do prompt. I don't recall if this will raise an exception or not. Let me try doing this. So this will be Cisco iOS, yes. Everything is exactly the same. Let's just try this value error, whatever. And then this will be check SSH connectivity. I just don't remember if map will crash or not. Oh wow, it actually doesn't. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't. That's sad. So then I will need to say let's test this now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go. This logger is not useful. Yeah, let me fix my logging. Well, what is interesting is that it seems like it doesn't mind so many connections at the same time. Actually, it's not NetMiko, right? It's Paramiko. I think they're both. Yeah, something happened here, I guess. Like timeout. Interesting. What? Attribute non-type attribute has no object result. Yeah. Let me check my CPU on this server. No, I mean, CPU here is totally fine. There was a timeout though. But it took unable to connect to port. Yeah, SSH is disabled. Right, folks, this is kind of boring. You may need to like adjust the script a little bit. Maybe I will even do it off the stream. It's like this part is super boring. We will wrap up for today. Here I did a little bit of like created some plan for tomorrow. I'm glad that we more or less finished with the lab itself. Like we can start. But okay, hold on. Let me just wrap up normally. Yeah. So today we were continuing working on the finalizing the lab, the topology, and like adding devices and deleting devices and all of that. It still took some effort, but you know, it was, I would say, pretty straightforward. One big piece that was a little bit more complex was this part that you can see on the right, this semaphore. We were trying to create a decorator which would allow us to do staggered tasks. So because if I start 500 devices at the same time, it's kind of weird. It takes quite a while, but with this semaphore, we can kind of like divide them into groups and do it easily. This is something that is very useful, at least for my purposes, and I'm going to reuse in the future. So we did that. Now we can reliably create routers and update their configs and start and stop them. I think it's in pretty good shape now, the lab itself. We also created a script which connected via telnet to devices and generated crypto key, though you can see that there are some issues. SSH is not enabled everywhere. I will probably troubleshoot it off stream. It's honestly super cringe to watch. There is nothing interesting here, just some debugging of like telnet or something. Or, you know, maybe we'll need to do some retry mechanism here, so whatever. Though if I will write retry mechanism, I will show to you on the next stream. So yeah, we also created a script which checks SSH connectivity. We found some devices where SSH is not enabled, so we'll have to fix that. But honestly, all of this is more or less maintenance. I think we are ready to actually start playing with Ansible. I'm sorry that I misled you with this. I thought you started today, but apparently it's just, you know, other stuff takes too much time. So tomorrow we will continue with the stream. Tomorrow we will actually do Ansible and we will see how that works. We have to figure out how we want to measure time for this. And what exactly we want to test, but I'm confident that we will get there and we will get some first performance testing results tomorrow. So not sure yet when exactly we'll start tomorrow, so stay tuned for announcements. With that, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.